Partial surprise. Hands ready.
Welcome to the Jonghe Honden game of this Wednesday.
Come on, Honden. From the beginning, boys and girls. Come on.
And we're starting.
Rock it.
We see a nice first run already.
Hey, goeiedag Niels. Een beetje fit. That's the fattest guy you see on the rig.
Ja, dat was toch ook zo?
Ja.
In plaats van het met de zin komen, had ik gewoon maar zeker wel in komen. Fred, alsjeblieft voor mij even die ook.
Okay. Going into the first scrum of the match. Very close to the try line.
Oh, dat is toch goed. Ziekenhuis.
Ik denk dat je elke week gaat dat suiker en stootpest maar.
And the ball is for Thor. And crash. And a whistle. We say not Captain Andrea getting the ball. And Andrea is taking it in. Nope, he's not. And the line out is called. And we see a bit of a mishap on the line out, but they're still in possession of the ball. As we're currently filming, cameraman Laurens enters the building. And we have a turnover. Good day.
Hello.
So, almost a try. Didn't work out. First scrum of the match. And now it's finally the opponent's turn. Yeah, the dugout is always unstable. But yeah, it takes something to get good camera material. Well, I'm at least glad the lights are on.
Yeah, we have a nice sky in the background.
We hear the whistle of the ref. What is the call?
Don't forget the camera lens. David, don't forget the camera lens on.
Hey, how did it go?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know what kind of drink.
Okay. That's not Rechtgenoot. It's a very floppy camera stand.
And massages. For the lower, but only the lower, well, actually no, I can do the camera.
See the ball coming out.
In the new season of Ice and Vipers.
So as it seems today there's uncontested scrums.
Oh yeah. I watched that last night.
And it seems like a still correct turnover for Thor, but the ref thinks otherwise. Who is the ref? Oh, it's dear Thomas, who thinks it's a forward play. Well, he's entitled to an opinion. So Lawrence, can you please describe the weather today?
Well, it's been a rather wet day today. I mean, the temperature is fair, so it's a nice day for rugby, but catching balls is probably going to be a little bit of a problem here since the players are quite new.
Yeah, it's been raining for quite a while.
Yeah,
It's more like UK than the Netherlands.
it's been rainy last week indeed.
And we see another turnover. And we have a break. Somebody's soloing.
Did you see what happened here?
I was not able to clearly see what's happening, and also the referee is giving the call to Thor, the ball.
I don't think I saw a high tackle.
Looks like 10 meters.
Right.
It's making a lot of hefty symbols. So Lawrence, shall we introduce the line-out in a bit? Maybe you have your telephone with you. Just take the WhatsApp or email.
Let's see what I can find.
Let's introduce these Jonghe Honden to the viewers. You see a very high rock forming. Wouldn't call it a mole. Andrea is taking the ball, passing it. We see a good run. He seems to go on the left wing. Let's see what is prepared. We see a small gain line improvement. We see some good hands. People ready for the ball. Quite some required distance. And they're going left. Bit of drifting. We hear a call for the right wing to get the ball. And Captain Andrea is taking in the ball. He's not able to make any meters. And we see a run coming. That was a very good run. The ball's already at left. very high pass, but yet a good catch. And we see our first try of the day. Is it awarded? Yes, it is. Congratulations to Thor Jonghe Honden. Their first try of the day. Let's see who is going to kick for the conversion, if they do ever kick it. It does not seem... Yes, they are going to try the conversion.
It seems like Andrea is kicking it. He is the most experienced player on the team, so...
Yeah, being the captain after all.
Yeah.
Is he going to go? Yeah, he's going to go for the drop kick. Let's give him some zoom. A very nice attempt, but it does not seem to cut it.
No. Just a little bit wide to the right.
We hear somebody praising his value as a shit kick. Oh yeah, to each his own.
I don't suppose not using a tee is his preference. Probably there is just not one present.
What?
Great organization we have here today.
Oh, we're using the match pitch today, so that means the organization is already on point.
Fair enough. That's more than I was hoping for.
Let's see our coach for today, Truus. One of the long-standing trainers of Thor, preparing the Jonghe Honden, making them ready for battle as they go into the second phase of this match.
Looking rather dapper with his umbrella.
Very prepared for what may be coming today. We see quite an awkward twist on the rock. Probably a turnover. It's a very funny sight to see. All these people not wearing rugby socks or soccer socks. It's very easy to see who is an experienced rugby player and who's not.
Or maybe who just cares the most about their appearance.
Well, being fabulous while being a beast is of course a core value. Oh, and we have a turnover.
Oh, he's going at it.
Going solo. Being put down by 3 Jonghe Honden.
There's quite a lot of support there. I don't think that's really necessary.
Well, playing wide is something they need to learn, right? That's what Thor 2, the most awesome team of the Thor, is for.
Yeah. Seems like the referee is interfering.
Well, yeah.
I didn't catch what happened there, but
I think the referee wants to take his time explaining the rules. We know Thomas for being very explicit in what he wants.
yeah, taking these Jonghe Honden by the hand is not too bad of an idea.
Also uncontested scrums, very nice. They will collapse very easily, so. And we see Captain Mickey going for it. Sadly, we see another turnover near the try line. We see another pick and go. They seem to the opponents seem to have their tactics in order. Very little hesitation. We see a knock on and a whistle.
Hey, no yo.
And it's just started raining.
And we see the ball for the opponent. This is a very special choice. As I think we can agree that we saw a knock on, but
I am pretty sure I saw a knock on, yes. Is that a try? Or is it a line out?
It does not seem... I do not see the opponents walking back with a steady pace.
No.
So this must be a ball for Thor. Is Captain Andrea? Yes, he is.
They are going for the line out, getting back some meters. That's probably a good idea since they were on the try line.
I think, yeah, if Andrea really put in this effort, could have taken a bit more meters. But yeah.
The score is 1 try for Thor, no conversion, 0 for the opponent.
That's correct.
And probably also the last one, but you're the first one. Are you wearing...
We see line out very close to the kick, so wondering what happened there. Was that a straight throw? It seems not. We shall take a closer watch.
It's not a glass, of course. I still have to get dinner, man.
We're gonna go into scrum. Uncontested. We see the ball progressing slightly backwards and a very good run, but a very unsteady pass. The ball's picked up slowly by Thor and the forward play. Yep, and there's the whistle. We see a forward pass, opponent ball. Should be a scrum down. We see both teams' backlines lining up in a slanted way. That's not the usual way of doing it.
Comes with experience, I guess.
Yeah, knowing what kind of distance you need. And here they go. A bit of loss on the Thor side and the turnover as well. And we see a very floppy pass. What is the ref gonna say?
He's just gonna let it slide, it seems.
Well, it's a wise choice. It's very easy to kill a match with whistling for every mistake made, as long as it's still safe, right?
Exactly. I think it's good not to be too uptight with the rules today because they need to learn a lot, and just letting them play sometimes is probably better for the flow of the game.
Yes. Maybe whistling on the captains themselves, knowing that they are experienced players.
Yeah, they gotta set the good example indeed.
So today that will be Claire and Andrea. We hear a whistle. Ball for Thor, 10 meters back.
Our guests for today are quite young, aren't they? Are they also a student team?
Yes. So it's a Jonghe Honden match, which means Jonghe Honden versus Jonghe Honden. For the viewers who don't know, Jonghe Honden are new players, freshly bred out of this selection procedure, which is called signing up.
Yeah, it's really tough getting through.
It's very tough, mentally challenging.
Definitely.
You have to enjoy being in a club.
So where's the guests? Where are they from? Do you know? No. Well, that happens.
That's the return of the cup.
It's my one.
It seems like we're going for another scrum down. And the ball is out.
We see them preparing for the tackle, missing it. That was a miss.
I think both teams are playing quite well.
Yeah, it's we see a lot of drop balls, but it's to be expected. You know, you're playing rugby for maybe 1 month, and
Yeah, and on top of that, it's been a wet day. The ball is very slippery.
a good call from the ref. So the viewer might have noticed that the ref does not place the scrum on the position itself. This is because the advantage happened on an earlier phase. Oh, no scrum.
Oh, this looks like penalty.
Maybe a repeated infringement.
I guess we'll never really know. And there it is.
And a forward play.
Seems like the ref is letting it slip. Slip and slide.
Well, just after a penalty kick, it's a pretty rough goal. In a normal rugby match at that distance, it would definitely have ended up with a kick for points. 2 points for a penalty. But in this case, we cannot expect them to do that. As always, during the match, there might be some inconvenient hits. We have our first sub being requested.
Who is it going to be?
Well, names is difficult. Quite a crowd today, as always with Thor. It's just a very nice ambience. Coming to watch for the new guys.
Nee, je bent maar responsible. Again, because
it seems like the okay, cancel that. It seems that like the try has already been made. This means that without a conversion, it will be equal. With a conversion, the opponent will have a lead of 2 points. 5 points against 5.
There is some very elegant burping going on here in the audience.
They say rugby players are very neat and organized people.
Yeah, that's definitely a stereotype. That's
If they're not on the pitch. Once they're on the pitch, everything can happen.
It seems like our kicker is going to try to do it backwards. Or she's just taking it down.
I do recognize these colors. It might be the Hornets. And it's quite awesome. They also have a girl joining.
Yeah, there's There's 3 ladies in their team now.
Which is completely fine with a starters match, since
It's interesting. You don't see it really anywhere else with rugby. And she missed.
it was
a little
a
bit to
very
the
good,
left.
very good attempt.
Yeah.
It's also because ladies teams are always a bit smaller or less present. We get to see less of them, and they can join the first match. And then still they have some playtime to practice. And at the males level, at the beginning, it's just as fast or harsh as the females level. Sometimes female can be more aggressive even, which is quite a special thing to watch.
Here we see the teams just trying to recollect a little.
As is tradition, Thor is always standing behind the try line.
I guess we consider it a form of respect. Or is it just a weird habit?
It is during a normal match a habit to approach the ball running after it has been touched at the conversion, and then immediately progressing to the middle line. Since this is not an ordinary match, it's up to the teams themselves. We see that the grass field today is very fresh. It's been growing for a whole summer. High quality grass.
Do you know what's going on? Like, why are they...
Especially with a lot of rain recently, the grass is doing really well.
That's very true. We do have to take care though not to play on wet grass. You can run it open quite easily. So let's hope today will be spread out rugby, because the more spread out you are as a team, the less damage you can do to a field locally. Especially scrums, they dig a lot of holes in the ground. Dragon marks.
The match field is doing particularly well as compared to our training pitch, which is actually more of a, what do you call it?
You do not cancel a training as easy as you cancel a match.
I guess. See, the Hornets have finished now.
Oh, your sister's coming? This is exciting.
So today, as is usual with the standards of rugby these days, this year, is 21 players to 22 players. In the Netherlands, only 21 players are currently allowed. But Thor Jonghe Honden is currently equipped with 22. There's a lot of Jonghe Honden running around, keeping themselves warm as the rain is starting, which is maybe good to know for the viewers. The handling will go very bad after this.
Just now the rain got a lot worse, so I'm suspecting that we are going to see a lot of knock-ons just now.
During successful passes,
I am surprised that Thor entered the field without doing a yell, because we always do that.
they did a yell. It was adjusted to Wednesday is a rugby day.
Wednesday is a rugby day. Wow. Okay.
Correctly performed by what I think is Captain Claire. And we see the first knock-on and the whistle. But still, the ball is for the opponents. Ref, what is happening? This is the third time already. Another whistle.
Maybe he doesn't want too many turnovers to happen, because he wants teams to have an option to maintain their momentum. a lot of turnovers maybe results in very little tries, and that's not interesting to watch, of course.
A catch. The ball did not pass the try line, which would have been in the advantage of. Oh no! If they kick from a tap and go, then it's still the ball of the same team.
That is quite some gain we got there.
5 meters is quite steady. We see unsuccessful, and here we see an experienced player at Thor 2.
And our guests are having a really big hole in their defensive line. And it's killed now.
It's always a matter of shifting left and right.
Yeah.
We hear a kicking suggestion, but no opportunity without the ball being played wide. We see some attempt. I think they're going for the smash in progress. We see a backwards pass. Is this going to be the first kick? It is.
It is, but unfortunately it isn't too successful. That's a nice tackle. Yeah, Thor's gonna have to put some force behind it now because
Gonna have to put their money on the table.
this is starting to look not too bright for them.
And we hear the whistle of the ref. We're gonna shift it right. Do we hear a scrum? I think this ref is not too fond of contested scrums today.
Oh, it's gonna be a penalty kick.
Offside is of course a very important thing in rugby. We would rather call it hammer it in.
I guess that's not a kick.
You're allowed to tap and go. It's the scene equivalent as a kick, as long as the ball hits the foot.
I think they could have gone for trying to score though.
It's definitely a possibility.
They were really close and just in front of the poles.
But in this case, it's just a matter of knowing whether it's possible.
And that is a try.
A try awarded to the opponent. If I'm correct, that gives us 10-5 as a score against Thor. No rhyme intended there. And let's see what happens at the conversion. We see a request for a kicking tee. A very far distance to kick this. An experienced player would be able to hit this with some precision and some focus. But can we expect this from a jonge whelp, jonge hond? She seems very confident in her stance.
It isn't too windy today, so I wouldn't say it is too hard for her.
What would be the ideal? Oh, it's a left-handed
lefty, yeah.
lefty.
Interesting.
Or no.
I'm not sure at this moment.
Bidextrous. So Lawrence, can you tell us what's the technique behind kicking a ball? Where do you need to hit it? Oh. If she would have directed it to the post, she could have made at least through the post.
There are so many techniques when it comes to kicking that I don't know that I'm not gonna delve too deep into that.
What seems to be sure is that hitting it on the back of the ball with the flat part of the foot gives the best transfer of momentum. But yeah, this is a forward that we really don't know what kicking is, apparently.
I'm sorry, I'm just quite new as well.
Thor is progressing to the middle line. We see some pace in their walking, which indicates that there's still a bit of energy left. It's also a very detrimental thing to see your energy, feel your energy slip away after you've been beaten. Once you get a try scored, you get energy back.
It's good to see that Captain Andrea is very motivated still.
Yeah, it was very easy to hear that during the warming up as well.
Just one try, and it's a tie. So they could
looking at the ease that the first break of this match was on the left side again. If they can do this, repeat the same story. But it will work if all good players are committed to the ruck, because then you're basically just preventing damage. Another 10 meters from the ref. Another offside in the ruck. Did you see what happened, Lawrence?
I don't suppose so.
I think the ref is gonna have to explain to this team better what the rules are, because they don't seem to get it.
Who's the feedback op Reddit?
Hey Ellen!
Hoeveel schatten? Echt waar?
Hey, Guess what I got for you, bro?
Zo is het gewoon safe.
Dat is bijna leuk.
And we lost our cameraman for a little bit there.
Yeah, I did. And
What
after
is
that,
happening here?
after that, I watched Love Future.
Are they awarded a penalty?
First, they were about the.
They're going to kick it, and it seems like they're going for a line out again.
Like watching
And we're gonna try and fill up our battery today. There's apparently 5 seconds of charging. Not good enough. Lars, can you maybe help me open the bottom slot and then open up the latch? Very nice.
No problem at all.
He's very good with his fingers.
So they say.
I've heard it from other people, so they indeed say.
Let's not get too private here.
What do you mean? No way!
Another call by the ref. I think I've lost track. But we can definitely account at least 2 tries to the ref's calls. Or to the incapability of the young Honda team.
There's a lot of support again from the green side.
A lot of backward balls, still correct. A lot of...
Ooh, what is happening there?
Yo, we zijn hier aan het filmen. Je trekt ons naar beneden. Sorry.
I'm sorry, we had a slight interruption there.
It's never nice to feel yourself be blown off the dugout for standing 2 meters high. And also, it's very flimsy metal.
This looks like another scrum down. I guess a knock-on was made then.
The first time the ref acknowledges it, but still not Thor ball.
You're really not content with the ref, right?
Well, Thomas is a very good ref. It's just, it's very difficult to analyze a game.
And the ball is out.
We see some switch. We see a skidding tackle.
Was that a crossover?
Very good pass. No, not a cross ball. Another whistle. The ref is not giving it to him.
As you've seen more Jonghe Honden matches than I do you think it's a common theme with them to over-support their rocks?
It is very easily done, although it's a bit unusual still, because usually, and of course it depends on the quality of the team, but they either doubt whether to support the rock, not knowing what to do.
And there is another scrum there.
Either they doubt about whether to go for the ball, go for the rock, or they go for it, but there's no solution in between.
I see one of the players has the back number -1. I guess he's the anti-prop.
prop with antimatter. We see a good pass, another good pass by Captain Andrea. As the this seems like an experienced player, but the handover is not good. Still the ball is in Thor hands, and we see a break. A very weakly defended wing. And the first goes down, the second goes down. Will the fullback be able to cope with this? It does not seem like it.
And our camera is of course giving out. Oh no. I overshot it. That was a try.
A very beautiful run.
Making it a tie, which rhymes.
As we have some streakers, we do not give streakers attention these days.
I'm just quickly gonna pan away here. It seems like they're still going at it.
Maybe they can get a very quick shot while they're still far away. A wise decision by the cameraman. This seems to be Thor's support for the Jonghe Honden.
Don't worry guys, you're not missing out.
A very close and a very dangerous conversion, but missed. Nearly hit the heads of the opponents. That's one way to make a statement, Captain.
Did you see the outcome of that conversion?
The outcome of the conversion was miss. Nearly hit the heads of the opponents.
So that makes it a tie.
But indeed, it does make it a tie.
10 versus 10 for either team. That's
Unfortunately, I have that.
This can go either way. But looking at the initial determination of Thor, if they can fix the offsides, can fix the handling, they have a very clear advantage.
and ooh, that is a knock on. But
we do not see the ref.
The ref doesn't mind indeed.
And a very good game.
That is a tricky situation.
We see instructions by the ref, but he seems to accept the situation. A very hesitant scrum half.
I think our guests could have actually won that rock if they were a little bit more.
And a knock on.
And another knock on.
The ref cannot miss this, and he doesn't.
No. Especially kicking it that far.
Indeed. If the ref now gives the ball to Thor, I understand what the problem is. That means that he's inversing every move, but he is not. So there's still a bit of sense.
Despite there being a little bit of rain, it's a really lovely evening.
The rain always cools the play.
And just behind us we have a frisbee competition going on.
Actually a show-off, what is meant to a playoff, to show the best frisbeer, to make a selection for the team. Actually what they're doing right now with rugby. Of course these fields are shared between clubs.
That was a smart move going down after picking that ball up again.
We see quite some good ruck development from the opponent for most of the players. A very good progression, but an awkward offload. And we have the original scrum half. Good pass.
That's a nice job catching it. By how many drop balls we see, I guess the ball is so incredibly slippery right now.
We hear a call by the ref. It must be break time. As we will head into break, we would like to invite you back later. For you, we will skip ahead. See you. Hey, Lauren, can you maybe initialize a bit of a wave from the crowd? Very little shit was given. He did his best.
Omdat je zo'n mooie kut plaatst. Hey, heb je dat trouwens opgenomen, het streak, Ellen?
We deliberately cut it out so that we don't have to cut it out later.
Ah, dus ja. Je hebt het niet opgenomen?
Umbrella cord, if confirmed.
Het patroon van de umbrella cord.
It is indeed. As we are filming, we're gonna raise the stakes. I'm sorry for this pun, but we're literally gonna raise it.
Wow. Not too high, I can't see it.
Hey, Kees!
That's better.
Can you introduce us to one of your beautiful songs? How you doing? Goed hoor, hè? Je week van de wedstrijd. Je week van de wedstrijd.
And we're going into kick. A good reception by Thor. Maybe we can raise it down a bit.
Sorry for bopping my hair in view there.
Oh, it's lovely. You know it.
Okay, that's great.
Maybe for the viewers later we'll show how sexy Lawrence's hair is.
Yeah, I'll go streaking as well.
Yeah,
let's do it.
Not naked, just running through the field. Just leaving the camera under without control. Very professional.
Let's try and
take it over.
Get him down on it!
Just George the tackle. No.
It was a spin tackle.
He went down after all, so it's all good.
We get a Thor ball. No, correction, opponent ball.
So what you say, let's try and talk in Australian accents.
Oi, mate.
Oi, mate. This is a kick-off, mate.
A very good catch. And down. You must excuse the very high amount of wind.
Yeah, wind noise is going to be particularly annoying in this match, but hopefully it will settle down a little bit later. Playing on the far edge here. Oh, and he's making a break for it. Wow. Just a fullback.
Just a fullback.
And he passed the fullback. What a great try by Thor. That's our number 15.
Do we have a name for this hero?
Our unnamed hero, unfortunately, as the lineup has not been published.
The lineup has been published. Just had it in my hand.
It hasn't been published to me.
I'll do something, okay? I just don't know what to say.
Did you mention a number for this?
I think this was number 15.
You see Freek Jacobs standing 15 today?
If I remember correctly, that's indeed Freek.
Freek. Don't be a freak, you will score a try. I will kill myself for this comment.
Yeah, you know what's at stake, right? Someone is going to have to do a Zumba afterwards.
The both of us? Wow. Oh, Freek.
No, just Freek.
I'm afraid so. Did I just make the same pun again?
In another way, yes. That is a nice catch.
As the ref has mentioned in the break to us, he will ref according to his knowledge of the level of the player. If he sees high level, he will assume high level. This does not mean cheating through the game. Hands in the rock.
I guess that knock-on is being ignored by the referee.
You see him watching the hands already.
I guess in this situation it's fair to not...
Very good tackle by Jans.
I guess it's fair now to not ref each player the same way. As our captain, for example, is really experienced.
But he's also committed to ruck defense, so that makes it easier for him not to show all his skills unless he's doing pick and goes, which means picking the ball up and immediately heading into contact. We see a small hesitation there, a bit of discussion. 10 meters requested by the ref. We see the line forming correctly.
Oh, that could have been a turnover.
I must admit, the level of rugby today is very high.
I did not expect to see such good rugby.
Apart from the handling,
yeah, fair enough. The ball is very slippery again, so can't blame him too much for it.
But kudos to Coach Truus. He did his job very well.
Definitely.
And of course to the other coaches temporarily subbing for Truus. Also Bas probably taking some time.
I guess it really pays off that this year's Jonghe Honden were really dedicated to their trainings. They were always present, all of them, as much as they could.
High attendance.
And they really went for it during trainings. I did a tackle training with them once, and they weren't afraid. I can tell you that.
With tackle trainings, wow. Yeah. That really shows some skill. Some mental dedication.
And our captain Andrea is being switched for our number 11.
Isn't it Mickey?
No, that's not Mickey.
Is Mickey already in?
I don't know. I don't see him by the side, so I guess he's in. Yeah, that's Mickey. He's in.
Captain Mickey.
Always one captain in the field, right?
Always one.
I guess it's quite unusual that we have two captains for one team.
3 actually.
3.
Yes, so Claire and Andrea are the main captains, and Mickey is supporting captain.
Mickey is there for the third half, yes.
There's a more serious side to it.
No, I'm just kidding.
It's a very important task. The Jonghe Honden group can exceed 60 people. The viewers might not see 60 people here today, but still.
Yeah.
Some good handling there.
I think it is a really good move to have Mickey support the captains, because he's a really
he knows
joyful guy. He really gets the guys motivated.
But he's also dedicated for rugby.
Oh yeah, definitely.
A very steady handoff by the opponent there. 3 in a row. Not losing any momentum or building it up again. We see 10 meters for the opponent. Opponent not giving away the ball, which is always a bit of a painful thing, as you have the advantage of 10 meters. Timing is of the essence.
And the ball's given to Connor.
Connor, our new player, he was supposed to play with Thor too.
He's got some experience already, I can tell.
Still 18. Do you know where Connor is from, Lawrence?
If I remember correctly, he is from somewhere near Plymouth.
So definitely clearance required to play in the Netherlands. Clearance means, for the viewers at home, that you need to clear yourself from not playing in another country.
It's getting quite windy now. But players don't seem to mind though.
It's kind of quiet. Reload the corner! We do! Reload the corner! We do! Reload the corner! We do! Oh, corner! We do! Reload the corner!
That's our Captain Andrea motivating the crowd.
This is becoming a small tradition.
What is happening here? Our coach is on the pitch. He's pulling away one player.
Let's not focus on that for today.
I think that is Mickey.
That would be a pity indeed.
Let's get! Let's get! Let's get! Let's get!
Oh no, that's not Mickey. It's one of our young Honden.
It would be a shame.
If he's injured already, yes.
Of course, rugby comes with its less positive sides. But the viewer must know, rugby is not always...
Your first injury guy, your first injury.
Yeah, football!
Rugby does not always have injuries.
Reload the corner!
Do not
But
let
it is an unusual side. Meanwhile, another try has been made.
Well, is that a try or was it a slip?
Oh,
We do not see.
I guess no, the ref doesn't count it.
I saw a slipped ball there.
Unfortunately.
Okay.
That looks like it's going to be a knock-on.
And a scrum.
I guess that's only fair since it actually was a knock-on.
Sharp comment.
Je moet even je haar even zo, de land in de mond. Nee, andere kant, yes.
Meanwhile, right below us, our injured player is being treated. From the looks of it, might be a little bit bloody there. Maybe he'll need some stitches even.
Yeah, we don't like to show the details, of course, but we have to be truthful. Injuries are, yeah, they happen. But it looked like the young Hond was still laughing, and that's a very important sign. Even with this amount of rain, a lot of Thor is showing up to watch.
Still uncontested scrums.
Very good ruck.
That is a nice kick.
It's still in. The ball is down now, which means it can be grabbed if done correctly. And they turn over. A very good run, accelerated run into the line. And a very good timing concerning the tackle, but still the ref calls back for what seems 10 meters.
Yes, that is 10 meters.
A tap by the foot is all it takes to continue the game. Scrum down.
Oh.
A late goal for a scrum. There are some symbols in rugby, and it's not always very clear to see it from every angle by looking at the ref. So in that case, it's also really important to communicate to the team what is actually happening. And the ball is in. We see somebody falling and standing up again. Floor ball.
Okay, good.
What would you say is the biggest strength of the opponent today, if there is any?
Well, I've noticed they really go at it with the rocks. They really contest them. I saw almost a couple of turnovers, so that's really nice.
A turnover in the ruck, very good. Right? Turnover in the ruck or something different?
Turnover, yes. How said that?
Stealing in the ruck, it's quite a difficult thing, especially for new guys in rugby. It's very easy for the ref to call it out as hands in the ruck. Not supporting yourself. You should exit the ruck first, show your hands and go back at it to steal the ball.
Oh, that is a knock-on.
A knock-on.
Too big of a knock-on to be neglected, I think.
We see the tacklee at least standing up. So there was quite a harsh hit.
He seems okay.
He seems very good. Gasping for air is a sign of life.
And that's the way we do it. I guess having a high pain tolerance in rugby is really a good thing.
I would disagree on that. On each hit, you need to tighten your whole core. And the more pain tolerant you are, the less you will prepare for the hit.
That is definitely true.
Your body will automatically brace itself for the contact. The only disadvantage, of course, is doubt during the tackle, but I do not see a lot of doubt today.
Although not being bothered by too much pain is, of course, mentally quite an advantage.
If it is combined with certain, we see a kick here. That's some advanced kicking.
Yes, their number 12 is, I think, one of the more experienced players on their team.
We see people rolling away, very good, and the ball's out. Unsuccessful pick, and a good run. Is he going down, and he is being supported.
Meanwhile, our frisbee friends are having a tough time as well.
Probably where you got to put in your eye and start
A clear call to go out of the ruck. Very well communicated.
Our guests are getting close here.
That's why it's also happening. If you just get it, it's also
Let's see the bigger line spread. It seems like Thor has an overlap.
Yeah.
Very dedicated to protect the line, but they're very close.
With just a little bit of shifting, our green team could be really close to trying.
We see a knock on. The ref didn't see it. Seems like some players are losing hope. The ref, what is the call?
It's back in the hands of Thor, but...
It's very important.
Oh, and there's another... Wow.
Let's see what the direction is. Is he going to step in?
That's a fullback. Come on.
We see him going down. What a very,
was really close.
what a very good run and a very good ending.
It's really good of Thor that he immediately got support. They weren't able to rock it,
And still,
so they could
the
just pick
try
the
was
ball
made.
up, and they made a try.
This means that the support by Thor was,
Really,
although
they were really fast. Yes.
although lacking behind a bit. Of course, you're running with the fastest man of the team. Still, you're able to at least be near and being in time to clear that rock. Very good rugby.
That's a perfect example of why you charge after a break, even if you're far from the ball.
What a beauty. Betekent dat een edge fix. Goed zo?
That's the young woman, mate.
Without any
Iemand heeft een damesvideo geüpload in de Vinci staat. Danielle zei tegen mij, oh lekker die film. Wetten misschien? It seems like the teams are taking a break. If this is the way Thor's playing today, they will head home with a win. Did we say head home? Correction, they will head to the bar with a win.
It's really important to play the third half as well.
The third half is where the real men show themselves. You've just played a rugby match, you're exhausted. A full rugby match, I must add today. Sometimes rugby has this way of, or Jonghe Honden matches have their way of being shorter.
Were you there? We can call them.
And the rugby match continues.
Yeah, I'll call them. They'll take
Oh,
Still no
quick
turnover.
offload.
No good holding of the ball is important. And we see the ref making the call. I think we need some windscreen wipers. Luckily, the camera seems to be okay. And the ball is still in and caught.
I think I saw 1 foot out there.
No linesman, no correction on the ref. For normal rugby, we tend to have linesmen helping. It's standard practice to have one of the opponent and one of the home team. This is to make it fair.
Then you're at least warm yeah, but
And it's also essential.
probably say like, yeah, just come in. And then...
The ref cannot see everything. He has one pair of eyes.
Wait, that's okay. If it would have been a guy, I would have also oh, that's the thing that I could have.
Ooh, a very hard tackle there.
Ik zou het ook wel een setje willen geven.
It seems like you're taking a little bit of a water break here.
The ref is giving a small comment to Jonghe Hond. Seemingly like a girl was just tackled in a very brute manner. It might have been related to that. But it's a choice the girl makes to join a rough man's game. I mean, it makes it sound really weak, but the women have a different way of playing. Although the tempo might be a lot slower, the way of playing is much more fierce. We are currently being greeted by Connie, not to be confused by Connor.
That's me.
That's him. It's a very nice kutweer.
No, I'm Luca!
Single-handed.
I'm telling him to play.
No, don't do.
Yeah, that's not working.
Albert.
Albert.
Oh, what a shot!
Perfection.
Oh, it seems like our cameraman can do more than just play rugby with his green scrum cap. He's also very good at catching and throwing a frisbee.
I am definitely a magnificent frisbee player. Not.
Excuse the viewer, we're gonna have to clean the lens. And it seems very ineffective.
Ooh, I think that kick was intended to be a little bit further.
It can be an advantage if you have a fast runner on the kick. You kick it very close, and your team is able to get there first. You can break the line because the opponent has to break down, speed up, and then catch up.
No, you got it. And he was,
Running straight back over where they just tackled. That's what we call recycling a ruck.
Working hard, but no labor. We should have written it down.
What?
We worked hard, but there was no labor. I guess arbeid in Dutch is not the same as labor in English.
Nope. Doesn't work, I'm sorry.
I'm deeply grieved.
I have two more.
As they are approaching the try line,
Connor has the ball, he's shifting quite a lot.
we see a very heavy slide on the grass and a whistle of the ref.
It did look very epic though.
Now the rain is starting to increase a bit more, so this is definitely the part where the rugby match quality will go down and some painful hits will be made.
And that's a line out.
It's very hard to control your momentum when you're slipping on the grass. Although you have studded shoes, not all Jonghe Honden have good shoes here.
That's our captain Andrea
What a proud man.
and Connor.
with a different shirt. Yeah, we're definitely glad to see him play for Thor too very soon. Let's focus on the line out.
I guess it's not going to be a line out.
You see jumps, so it's a line out.
No. My bad.
It's forgiven. Although you're all-knowing, you can still make mistakes.
Mistakes are part of perfection.
There's no lies in journalism.
Only twisted truths.
Spoken like a wise man. Not that you are, but just like.
Oh no, I'm very wise.
We see a run building up. Very wide run, spending a lot of sideways meters. And kick. Is it gonna be received? We seem like we have a good fullback approaching at high speed.
He's taking a run for it, but unfortunately he gets tackled.
We see Connor making a run for it.
Connor is really at it, and the ball just disappeared.
We see Captain Andrea being mauled, and this is indeed a way to steal. Must admit, the opponent, and never mind, we're going for a try. It seems like once again a Jonghe Honden match is being dominated by one player and one player only, starting with the letter C, ending with honor.
Well, let's see what happens for the conversion. Are they going to use a T this time?
I think if Andrea is kicking, and it seems like it.
It's going to be a drop kick, or not?
Drop kick indeed. A slippery drop kick, but very well executed.
And that is a conversion.
It's good that this year we have Thor 1 players leading the Jonghe Honden team.
As you can see, Andrea's really psyched about it.
He's really psyched to join his real mates. We are just being supported by Gianluca. He's very enthusiastic about this game as well. How do they look today, Laurens? How do the players look today? What do you think is the best of Thor at this moment?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Still, Thor is in the lead, so there must be an advantage.
I guess Thor is really taking advantages of their openings to make a try. Basically, all the tries were made by a massive break, and that means that we are just, they are just very strong tonight at breaking through, making use of that holes.
You don't have to be an absolute killer on the rocks. You don't always have to have the ball to just grab it and run to the try line.
I guess so.
Interceptions are a real thing here, and they are usually very bad. With which I mean very bad for the opponent. If you're interested in rugby today, you can also watch previous weekend's rugby matches. We had a super Sunday. Thor 1 played in pink shirts, as it was coming out day.
Yeah, that was great. That was great.
Attempt for a low tackle, yet not positively executed. Back to Hague's goal. Back to against Thor. Excuse the wind.
Which is a classic. Yeah, I'm not even kidding you.
Will be a very hefty approach by an opponent.
Tim, where are you injured? Yeah! It's the only time that Bing image was used. Jennifer Love is curly used. I like that all of these. Everybody. Yeah! You'll hear a legend.
Guys, is anybody sober enough to drive?
Yeah, I just started here.
The opponents are working very hard to make another try.
Oh yeah, maybe that's a better idea.
I must be honest, I've lost track of the score. Maybe you, Lawrence, you have an idea? A guess?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Do you have an idea what the score might be currently?
If I'm not mistaken, then Thor is at 22 points with 4 tries and 1 conversion.
Indeed, I agree.
And I think Team Green is still stuck at 10 points, right?
2 tries, yeah. So I must have been correct.
Or did they score a penalty kick?
No, they went for the...
Right. Well, then I think it's 10 for them.
This means that as the match is approaching its end, we're now at 4 minutes from the ending. The Thor Jonghe Honden will head home with a win, but yeah, you can never be sure. Currently, some supporters are giving some tips or information. This seems to be a very general tip. Both captains involved. As we said at the beginning, it's really important for the ref and other players to inform the players about what is actually going on, because this is chaos at the start. Rugby is chaos by definition.
I think it's really interesting about rugby that, as opposed to football or hockey, your position doesn't narrate where you stand in the field, but rather the role you play.
Indeed.
And especially for someone who isn't used to that kind of sports, it is really difficult to understand what is going on in a match and what you are supposed to do.
Very true. As a counter example, I've played volleyball, and in volleyball you have a very strict placement, which is quite the opposite of rugby.
I think either team is doing really good at playing with a lot of composure as a team.
Very good lines.
Especially for new guys, that is really difficult, as I just mentioned. So kudos to them. They are really...
Apologies for noise.
You can tell that they really put in a lot of effort to build up skills.
They have been training for a month now. And,
only a month though.
Yeah, a bit more. We see attempt at a break.
That's going to be some terrible wind noise, for which we are sorry.
Not like we can do anything about it.
His tackle's taking control, he's got control.
right now.
What do we want? Right. Where do we get them?
We are seeing a lot of tackles right now. I don't know exactly what is happening, but it's tackles back and forth.
We see Andrea going for the pass. And Connor has the ball. And he is broken through.
He passed him. Let's see if the fullback can catch up to him.
They seem to have a small rivalry there.
And he does, but Thor is really quick to the support. And it seems there was a problem.
We see the ball for the opponent.
Connor is getting cheered on quite a bit here.
Looking at how many tries he has, I think about 3 now. It's not a weird statement.
Is there a player down? Or does it just seem like it? Yeah.
Usually we don't like to zoom into injuries.
I like it, that's the sliding ball. It's Connor. He goes left, he goes right, he goes down on the 5. It's Connor. It's Connor. Goes down the right. Goes down on the 5. Yeah, that's the whole point there.
And that is our coach, Truus, with his beautiful umbrella.
Oh my god.
Probably sponsored by,
The Umbrella Corp. Yeah.
which was from the movie and
Resident
games,
Evil.
and many movies
Yes.
and many games. Let's hope he doesn't produce any zombies today.
Look at that nice ball. Meanwhile, the game is being played.
Luckily the cameraman is never distracted.
Oh, I'm so easily distracted.
Sorry, I'll not stand next to you next time.
It's Connor. Where would you come?
If the viewers have questions, I can post them in the comment box below. Also questions about rugby rules, we'll be happy to answer them. Leave a like. That's always nice to show some support for the channel. We're not here to reach big audience. We're here to reach the family of rugby with Thor.
Why are we even playing that? I'm playing for 90 minutes already.
I was thinking this game was going to be I didn't want to say
We already have 2 guys in the hospital. Isn't that seriously injured enough? 18
As just confirmed, the opponents are indeed the Hornets.
That's a pick and go, but unfortunately he drops the ball. And the ref.
We see Captain Mickey. Is this Captain Mickey? No, it's not.
My turn.
I wonder what they're discussing. Maybe it's about who pays the beer afterwards.
It's a very, very good moment to discuss.
And another scrum is going down.
One might be wondering, why would you scrum if it's not contested? Why would you not push? For Jonghe Honden, it's very important to have focus, to make that bit of chaos smaller. So you pack them together.
That's another kick.
A good attempt, but a knock-on.
Seems like the ref is not... Oh, and he just blew his whistle.
Seems like the ref should be going into last movement. Since we're 5 minutes too late.
Maybe he's lost his watch.
Maybe he's too fond of the game.
This might be the last phase. The ref just had a quick word, so he could have announced it, but I'm not sure about that.
The Hornets, Jonghe Honden from The Hague, made themselves quite popular last year. We had a very good spirit with both teams playing together, playing against each other. Both times that we played, a very enjoyable third half was played. And we see Connor going in for the win. He's offloading the ball.
That is a really harsh tackle, and just a bit too late because he already dropped the ball. That's a foul.
We see a small injury coming up on Connor's leg, which seems to be cramped.
It doesn't... no. He doesn't seem to be enjoying himself now.
Cramp is quite easily attained here because of
right.
The temperature just dropping.
It looks like he has some problem with his hamstrings and not the tackle that just happened. That was a penalty kick and they scored it.
Which means 24 to 10.
24.
Seems like our Connor is still walking.
And Connor is on his feet.
I think Thor has a new favorite player.
Yeah, he really proved himself tonight.
I would live in a combo box.
You see somebody giving him a beer to enjoy the rest of the game
I did slip
from the sideline.
You were lucky it didn't rain. I was so lucky.
Oh, you weren't allowed about anymore.
Oh, yeah. What was the best part? What was the part you did most?
Well, basically,
He's going for another break, but he's being tackled.
there's already
1 liter of wine.
no more than that. No, yeah.
As we're heading into the 48th minute of the second half.
It is really advised to not go for a break if you can't get supported. Just now, Thor was a little low on supports. Luckily, it wasn't really a problem as the opposing team. That is a big knock-on, but they continue playing.
Ref is saying advantage. Player hands.
He improved by 100 milliseconds.
What is happening here?
The scrum half was almost being tackled, but he did not lift the ball. You see the ref lifting his hand, so he indicates 6 feet. It will immediately result in a penalty.
Like a half a liter glass.
It seems that the ref has lost track of time.
It seems so.
We don't know. This is so weird.
As he is an experienced ref, this is quite unusual.
And on the gadget says that one closer to the
Maybe he's accounting for something that happened earlier.
Yeah, because if you tap it out.
Well, usually in rugby, moments of break, walking, just like this moment, are also tracked on time. So this cannot explain that.
That is going to be a line-out.
Here at the boat! Yeah!
And he jumped a little bit early. Thor actually hit the ball there forward, so I don't know if the ref is going to reply on that. And the match is over.
The final whistle has been blown. Rightfully so.
Look at those Titans. They played really well tonight. Kudos to them.
We see some really good potential.
Either team had some really strong moments. And here we see them creating a tunnel.
A tradition for rugby, or rugby as it is.
And after the Hornets have exited the tunnel, then Thor gets to go through,
Leading,
and everybody's applauded.
The captains.
Even the ref, he did a really good job tonight.
The referee was really eager to come as well, wanting to see a quality match, and he definitely proved himself today.
I think I joined it initially.
Thomas sadly doesn't play rugby for us anymore, but he will be refereeing us in the coming future. We will definitely see him on this channel appearing to ref games. And yeah, hereby a shout out to Thomas for really showing great spirits. You see the teams mixing up. This is always a great show of sportsmanship. Rugby is it's not about violence. Rugby is not about aggression.
Rugby is a gentleman's game, and though it can be really intensive, the culture is really good.
Well said.
I'm glad to see that rugby teams really take their sport seriously, and there's a lot of technique involved with tackling and everything that happens here. Maybe sometimes it seems like it's just running into each other, but that's definitely not the case.
There are very strict rules as well. Very strict rules which prohibit illegal tackles. Red cards are rarely given for high tackles. A high tackle meaning that the neck is used as a tackling target, which means that the most strongest part of the body is used for the tackle. So the viewer might understand that in that sense, the best resistant part of the body is always tackled. Or the legs. What a beautiful sport.
I had to give out my point just to prove you wrong. Come on.
Also, I would like to do a quick shout out to all of the spectators that we have today. Despite it being quite cold, rainy and windy, they came here to support the players. That's really nice of them. I hope they enjoyed themselves.
Very true. As a last shout out, our coach Bas, it's his birthday today.
So, happy birthday, Bas.
We will not sing him a song.
Unfortunately.
It might also be his last year at Thor. So this is why we want to leave a little mark in history for him.
Let's hope it's going to be a nice year. I think this was a really good opening match for the Thor Jonghe Honden. They're probably looking forward to their first year of playing rugby. For some, it's not their first year, but the first year at all. That also makes you a Jonghe Hond, even if you're experienced.
That's why you joined it.
Yes, you can join it.
We see some traditions playing at Zumbas are being shared. If you want to know what this tradition is, join Thor Rugby.
We will not be displaying them in detail, as that's not really appropriate for the internet.
Oh, it's not too bad.
There's a lot of Zumbos this match. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wow, 7.
7 heroes.
I'm not sure.
Managed to press down the ball behind the try line.
I'm not sure if there were actually 7 tries made in this match.
Yes, there were. It can also be the opponent.
And I also see our captain. What solidarity.
Showing what it is to press a try. As we will head off into closing this match off, we want to wish you a great evening, as well as inviting you to subscribe for our channel. Press that notification bell so you can see our videos. We upload weekly after our match for Thor 1, 2, the ladies, and for the first time as well for the young women.